The Rams have 5 games left on the schedule here in year number 8, everybody. And today we are facing the 7-7 Las Vegas Raiders. We have not played our best football in the most recent couple of weeks. In fact, we have lost 2 straight games. We got to get this team back on track, and that will start against the Cardinals in Week 14. They're coming off a Week 13 loss against the Vikings, obviously, where we just could not play defense, missing Forbes and Levy, and the offense had a couple of miscues too. Upgrade points for a couple of key players, though, some young players that are making a name for themselves this season. We start off with a win against Arizona in Week 14, taking them down by 3 after a near fourth quarter comeback by the Cards. Both quarterbacks had a pretty similar stat line, although Wagner had a lot more passing yards than Simpson did. We sacked him 5 times, though, and we're going to see who did that here in a moment. On the ground, looks like both ground games were, all right. Nothing too good for either one, although Josh Davis scored on the ground. He also scored through the air, it looks like, while Trevor Alford had 61 yards. And, yeah, Josh Davis had 3 catches for 20 yards plus the touchdown, so 2-touchdown game for him. But Quincy Basnight puts up 3 sacks. Warren Terry tacks on 2. And that was a big reason why we just won this game. So very impressive performance. We threw a pick apparently, but I guess it was on like a fake field goal or a fake punt. But Quincy Basnight does win Defensive Player of the Week here in Week 14 for his performance. We follow that one up with another win against the Patriots, who are coming into this game at like 5-9. So a nice dominant victory, 28-14. And Wagner played extremely well. 23 for 29. That is very impressive. Mac Jones played well too, but we were just better. 4.2 on the ground for Williams plus a touchdown. We forced a fumble off of Sergio Jones, who had a big 100-yard day plus a touchdown. Parson displayed 80 yards. Same for Stoudemire, who caught 1 touchdown, and David Jackson caught 1 as well. In terms of defense in this game, only 1 sack for us, and it was Tremaine Candidates. And no picks for us in this one. But Younghoe Koo has only missed 1 field goal thus far. He has been a lights out all year long. But our offense is now top 10. And our defense is still one of the best in the entire league. But the points per game allowed is going up, it seems, week after week. But we'll see if we can lower it today against Las Vegas, who comes in at 7-7. Their defense is also top 10. They have Max Crosby still, who's one of the best pass rushers across the entire NFL. So got to be very careful against this Las Vegas team. Before we jump in, though, I do want to talk about a couple of contract negotiations. Trevor Alford is back as the number 1, and I think he's proven himself. I think he's proven that with an actual decent to good quarterback, he can be a true number 1, and I really do feel like he has earned a new contract. So, going to try and get one done here today. Now, he wants around $16 million cap hit per season, with it going up after each season. So we're going to offer him a bit more than that because he doesn't really have that much interest in coming back because there's no income tax in California. Or because there is an income tax in California and he wants no income tax. Now, for a couple of players like McAllister, I do just want to see what is out there on the market. But with Greg Teal, I want to bring him back. He's been fantastic as our left guard. He's hardly allowed any sacks. Same for Steve Avila, who we're going to try and bring back later on. And for Carl Graham, he has been fantastic depth. He always seems to get to the quarterback in big situations. So looking to bring him back behind Warren Terry. Now for Jedrick Wills. He's 31 years old. He's played well for us, but I'm going to let him walk for now and see what the options are. Might want to go younger on the tackles. Now for Terry Hackett, he's been a really solid third option for us at corner, but he wants more money. Lawrence Burns is back as the backup free safety again, but we're going to let Josh Davis test. He's a 26-year-old running back. He's a 75 overall and really hasn't done that well for us. And I think we're also going to let Caleb Williams walk as well to see if we can get maybe some better depth at corner, because when guys have gone down, it's obviously been a big concern. And then for David Parson, He's having a good season, but he is 29 years old at normal dev. He is not going to progress hardly at all going forward. Is it worth letting BJ Trainer, who is pretty much the same overall as him, you know, figure things out and see if Trainer can be the number one? I think it's worth at least seeing what the options are, because we also got to get a better third stringer as well, because we are missing that this season. But for Avila, he's been great this year, even after some slight regression last season. So I'm going to bring him back on a one-year deal. I think he's been fantastic. Same for Ellerby as right guard depth. I think he's still young enough to where he can be solid there. But Braden Smith is 34 years old, so he will be allowed to test. And then probably the same thing for Harold Fitzsimmons, who we drafted, but now he's 30 years old. So it's been quite a while for him to be a backup guard here on this team. And Budda Baker, I have not really been that impressed by him. I think he's been probably one of our weaker players on the defensive side of the ball. There's constant bust in coverage, and I feel like it's partly to do with him. Maybe it's part of just the actual coverage, but I think it's, you know, kind of him. He is pretty old, so we're going to let him walk. I do want to bring back our punter, Tommy Townsend, who's been great, and same goes for Younghoe Koo, our other special teams kicker. And he accepts his one-year offer. But before this Las Vegas game, we're going to miss Warren Terry due to a high ankle sprain in practice, so he's out for this game. We do have Quincy Basnight, who has now reached double-digit sacks this season, man. He is putting up some fantastic numbers. I think he's got 13 right now, if I had to guess. Upgrade point for Levy as well, who is going to return for this game. And then BJ Trainer, going to see his dev right here, and it is going to be star. Okay, so Trainer, not a superstar, but that's all right. He is still our highest dev tight end in the series to this point, so I think it's worth trying to see what he can do for us. Maybe next year as the starter, I think it could be a good idea. If you guys wouldn't mind, please do like this video and subscribe if you enjoy the series and the channel. And here we go in Week 16 against the Las Vegas Raiders back at home in SoFi. A big game right here, because if we win, we have officially secured our division. But gotta come out on top here. We're going to start with the football. This is Stoudemire returning from the 1-yard line, but shy of the 25. So here we go. Out comes the offense. And Jesse Wagner, how do we start this game? Against Minnesota, we started with a touchdown drive. That was very impressive. And here we start with a 2-yard run to Williams, who's coming off that 75-yard performance. Next play, this is David Parson for a gain of 8.5. To set up 3rd and inches, which Williams converts easily. A hole opens up the middle, and that one moves the chains. To the air now. Good protection for Wagner, but a contested throw. That was a dangerous one. Trying to go for David Jackson. Now play action, and Crosby gets to Wagner. He had no chance. Just couldn't get rid of it, and there were 2 defenders there. I think it was Crosby and Delpit both. Got to Wagner, so 3rd and 20, trying to avoid a punt here. A lot of time to throw. Crosby takes a spill, and we still throw the ball away. I am surprised that nobody was open there, because that was a lot of time back there in the pocket. But instead, the Rams punt, and now it's time for Las Vegas and their offense to come onto the field. We got Ryan Dillon here at quarterback, and passing has not been their strong suit. It's been the run game behind Josh Jacobs. They will start through the air, and they've got it complete for a 1st down. Next play to Jacobs, who took out Quincy Basnight there and got 6 yards. He's coming off a really nice game. A $114 plus 1 touchdown last week. 2nd down and 4, and wide open. It's Michael Mayer. How many times have we seen that exact play call work against him? It's now 3 straight games where a tight end has gotten a huge, like, 60-yard gain off that exact play call. And this time, it's Emmanuel Forbes who is just caught sleeping on defense. So next play, it's Jacobs up the middle, and he's into the end zone. And the Raiders strike first. That was an ugly opening drive for this Rams defense. Carlson comes out for the PAT, and it's up and good. 4 plays to go, 78 yards. That is not going to get it done, defense. So the offense comes back out having to respond to that. Trevor Offord ahead for around 9 inches to go on second down. They're going to pass it and not run it, and it's dumped off for Davis, who is across the 40. The Raiders only brought 3 here as Jackson turns up the field and gets the first down. I think his agility is a big part of why he can get so many yards after the catch, as Crosby gets frozen and Wagner completes the pass to Stoudemire. Both Smith and Crosby got frozen once they were right there in front of Wagner's bug right there, I guess. The 1st and 10 and open. That is Stoudemire. No, who is that? That's McCoy, who is, I think, our 5th string wide receiver. It's weird to see him getting so much playing or some early playing time here, but I guess that's going to be good for some of these younger backups. Now over the middle and touchdown. It's David Parson. That was a great pass there by Wagner and a great job to hang on to the pass by Parson. He took a shot on the end of it, but a good clean pocket, easy throw. Had a step on Delpit, and the Rams respond. The PAT is up and good. 7 plays, 76 yards. 3.5 minutes off the clock. The 1st and 10 for Las Vegas. This is Dillon down the field and caught by... Not sure who that is. I think it's Parker. So from the 49-yard line now. Quick throw for Dillon. Goes for around 4 yards. His last name is Ringer. Parker is a different guy they have, as Jacobs finds a hole, and he is gone. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns for Las Vegas. Are you kidding me? There's Parker. He wears 89. So the PAT is up and good as Las Vegas puts themselves right back in front. Another drive, less than 5 plays. That was 3 plays that time. Even quicker to score a touchdown. The 1st and 10 Rams having to respond again. That one's incomplete. Already 84 yards for Wagner, though, here in the first quarter. That's promising. There's Trevor Offord for 8 more. Third and short. Williams breaks the tackle to get the first down. Huge play on the ground by him. And keeps the drive alive. Just shy of our own 40, but now we're in plus territory thanks to David Parson. He really wants that contract, huh? We go to the second quarter, down by 7, but driving. Williams on the ground. Can't find any running room. 4 runs for 20 yards thus far for him. Play action, and Delpit gets right to Wagner. They give Crosby the credit for that sack when he never even touched Wagner, but that was a Grant Delpit sack with pressure from both. And now a screenplay. This is Williams on the outside. Great block by Greg Teal. He seals the edge, and that is a 25-yard pickup. We never run screens that well, but this time we do. Very good play call and great blocking by McCoy and Greg Teal. Both dealt with their blockers easily. So a yard shy of the red zone. Wagner's got good protection, and Williams hangs on for 8 more yards. Wagner 12 for 15. Awesome first half for him so far. This is Williams on the ground, ticking down inside the 5. He's ran the ball pretty well to this point. First and goal off the hands of Jackson. From the 3, Williams hit down inside the 1. 3rd down. Williams gets the give again, and he gets in the end zone. Touchdown, LA. We've tied the game again. The PAT from Koo will make it 14-14. So 2 pretty strong offensive drives by both teams so far, but they're about to have their 3rd. That was a 12-play, 5-minute drive. That is beautiful football right there. So Las Vegas starts from their 25-yard line. Got to go 75 yards to score their 3rd touchdown, but there's Dylan's first incompletion. 2nd down and 10. Mayer in motion with a block and on the ground, but Jacobs only gets around 4 to set up 3rd down. Back to throw. Pressure coming from candidate, and Dylan has to get rid of it. That is what I'm talking about. Good coverage. Get pressure and force a throwaway or a bad throw. So we get it back after our first stop. Tie a ball game. This is offered on the deep routes. And we are back in plus territory again. From the 41 in the pistol. Play fake. Got Crosby double teamed. And Jackson's wide open inside the 5. And they're going to say he's down at the 1. That really should be a touchdown, though. That was definitely a touchdown. But that was just a wide open play for David Jackson. So 1st and goal, a couple inches out. Wagner backing up, has to throw it away. But already over 200 passing yards for him, man. He is slinging that thing right now. 2nd and goal. Williams is stalled. Still a yard out. But now we're kind of backed up by a little bit. 3rd down. Williams escapes one guy, but is taken down again inside the 1. And we're going to stay out there. Getting aggressive, trying to take a touchdown lead here. 4th down. It's caught by Parson, but he's tackled shy of the goal line by Hartwig. Are you serious? Not only was that actually a touchdown on that first play to Jackson, but we failed to convert on 4 straight goal-to-go opportunities with a couple inches separating us and them. That is tragic. 2nd and 7 for Vegas. Play action and a big gain over the 30-yard line. And they're in business now. From the 33 with 3 minutes to go. Baz Knight there in the backfield with that run stop. A loss of 1 for Jacobs. Empty on 2nd. Short throw outside the numbers. But Levy's there. Another 3rd down for the 2-minute warning. Pressure coming. Dylan completes it to Michael Mayer. They keep their drive alive. They still have all 3 timeouts. Dylan. Incomplete. Trying to go for Parker, but double coverage there. 2nd down. Rams bring 4, and Mayer hangs on for another short pickup. 3rd down and 8 to go once again. Dylan has a good pocket, but now it's collapsing as Levy and Baz Knight both get there for the sack. Yes, sir. That is the defense that I was waiting for here in this first half. So after 2 strong opening drives by the Raiders, they have not scored since then. We take over with time to go until halftime. We got Williams on the wheel routes, who hangs on despite the hit from Xavier McKinney, the former Rams safety. And we're just smoking the clock for no reason when we're trying to drive down the field, and now Wagner misses Offord, who was open. 2nd down, we dump it for Davis. Has to fight for positive yardage. 7 to go on 3rd down, still have 2 timeouts, but Wagner offline again, this time for Stoudemire, who again was open. The Raiders have a chance here, 25 to go in the half, and They got a first down to Parker. They use their first timeouts. Need about 23-ish yards for field goal range for Carlson. And that should have been picked off by Richards. He just dropped it. Would have been a huge play right there to close the half. As Dillon misses that throw for Parker again. Up comes third down. Levy in the zone. Rams bring pressure. And Dillon's got a man wide open. It's Ringer for a big first down. And now they can take a field goal with Carlson, who has quite the leg. So this will be like a 56-yard field goal. From the center hash, it's up, and it is no good. It's wide right. The Raiders can't break the tie, but we should be up by at least 7 right now after that goal line stand. But here we are, tied at the break, 14-14. We got Arizona on the road against the Chargers, which makes no sense because we're also playing in SoFi, but they're going to be tied at halftime against the 9-5 Chargers. Meanwhile, the Cowboys are beating up on the Commanders, who have a safety, I guess, there in the first half. And then you got an AFC East matchup between the Bills and Patriots, and the Bills are on track to win that one thanks to a strong first half from Josh Allen. So here we go here in the second half. The Raiders start with the football and a tie ball game. They haven't scored since their second drive, but can they open up the third quarter with a play? They can't. It's Quincy Bazite instead, strumming his guitar after a big opening play sack from scrimmage. That's more like it, man. He is back to being a premier pass rusher. I love to see it. He has shown up in simming and in games, and that is where it's going to be great for us, because watching is when it matters most. And now he's there again for the sack as it's poked loose by Raheem Finch. But the Raiders recover. But a 3-and-out forced by this front seven. Great job by Quincy Bazite and his other linebacker friend, Raheem Finch. Now it's time for the offense to come back up for the first time here this half. A chance to put ourselves in front for the very first time this game. Quick throw outside, and it's a 1-yard pickup. Not the best throw in the world. Second down, and we overthrow Jackson. Might have had a step there, but that was a tough throw. So third down and 9, avoiding a 3-and-out, hopefully, but instead Wagner hit as he threw. And Crosby brought the pressure and brought the stop as well for Vegas. So 2 defenders now in the zone for us, Levy and Bazite, as the Raiders take over. From their 18-yard line, another dropped INT from 2 of our biggest playmakers. Come on, guys. That's 2 turnover-worthy plays, not including the forced fumble earlier. First down there off the pass to Mayer, and Jacobs hit down again behind the line. Raheem Finch there in the backfield. Second down. Dillon's got protection, and Mayer hangs on to set up third down and 6. They need the 41 for a first down. Dillon under pressure, on the move, down the field. It is intercepted. There it is. The defense gets their turnover after a couple of dropped ones. Darius Richards, man. This guy is an absolute ball hawk sometimes. He just jumps in front of the routes. That is why pressure is so goddamn important, man. If you can force quarterbacks to throw on the move and just get outside of their comfort zone, outside the pocket, then things are going to go well for the offense. But bad news, Matthew Williams got hurt again. And now he's gone. So we're going to throw it on second down, but a bad throw by Wagner leads to 0 yards. Could have had like 5 or so there if that was an actual accurate throw. And now he misses another one. We have to punt again. Unhappy with these last couple of drives by Wagner, but having to rely on this defense once again. Dillon incomplete in traffic. Not sure who the target was, but 3 Rams defenders there in the area. Play action now. Dillon takes off and slides with Levy in pursuit. Another 3rd down. They're going empty again. And this is dropped on a slant by Jacobs. Vance in coverage. Good coverage, but just a drop by the running back. And the Rams get it back. 3rd time's the charm, I hope. 5:20 left to go here in this 3rd quarter. Good protection for Wagner, as that is a tough grab in traffic by Stoudemire, but he hangs on. 5 yards shy of midfield. You got Randolph out there, and it's Williams making the grab. He has really blossomed as a pass catcher, man. He has rarely dropped them. 1st and 10. Deep shot down the field. Broken up, trying to go for Jackson. From the 47. Drop back for Wagner, and he's got Alford open to move the sticks. Already 6 grabs here in this ball game for Trevor Alford, who continues to find himself open, as Williams just ran right into Crosby. Not sure why, but at least he's back out there and healthy. 2nd down and 8. Dumped off for him, and this time he's hit as he made the reception. And now Braden Smith is hurt. A lot more injuries coming through in recent games than we're used to, as Wagner missed another 3rd down throw. Our 3rd straight drive where he's done just that. But at least we're in field goal range, and Koo gives us the lead for the first time here in SoFi. This game's nowhere near over yet, folks. Raiders down by 3 with the ball, screen to Jacobs, but we're there. Forbes makes the open field tackle. They've gone to a lot of empty sets here recently, and this is going to work out. It's Parker up to the 50. He's beat Forbes a couple of times in coverage so far. 1st down. This is Mayer for another short one. They love to go for him for these like 2 or 3 yard throws that end up getting around 5 or 6 yards. And then back to Jacobs, but they tried to fool us. Levy was not fooled though. He was ready for it. That brings up 3rd down. Dillon, quick one. It's intercepted by Richards again, and now he's got daylight ahead across the 20, inside the 10, and gone. His 2nd INT, and this time it's to the house. Darius Richards, man. What a defensive player we have. He was, like our 1st ever draft pick, I think, right? Our 1st ever draft pick. And he's been great his entire career. The PAT makes it a 10-point Rams lead all of a sudden. This defense has stepped up these last 2 quarters. Last play of the 3rd, it is hauled in by Harris for 7 yards, but the Raiders, after going up 14-7, find themselves having allowed 17 unanswered points. They start the 4th quarter from their 26-yard line with 2nd down. Empty backfield and almost picked off again. Richards deflects that one away from Josh Jacobs. 3rd down and 3. Quick throw, and Parker's got it across the 45. Jacobs on the ground now, and we're there. Really has not had anything to do since the 1st quarter. Since that touchdown one really was his last good run. So 2nd down and 8. Dillon throws it, and it's dumped off again for Mayer, who cannot seem to get down the field besides that one big play on their 1st drive. 3rd and 5. This is caught by Ringer across the 40. So they're trying to score and get themselves back on the board for the first time since the 1st quarter. Another 3-yard dump off there. 2nd down and 7. Another quick one. It's Parker slipping by a couple defenders up to the 12-yard line. And now they're going backwards. That is a false start, I believe. Yep, it sure is. So loss of 5. It's essentially first and goal from the 17-yard line. Dillon under pressure. Throws it away off the crossbar. Okay. But he is probably one completion away from 300 yards. They go to Jacobs to set up the third down play. Back to throw. Dillon under pressure quickly. And he's incomplete. Trying to go for Parker, but good coverage by Forbes. And once again, good pressure brought by this front four, man. Very impressed by them here in this game as they hold the Raiders to a field goal. So their first points in quite a while, but they make it a one-score game with 6:41 to go. Can the offense do some damage here and make it really difficult for this team to come back? First and 10, dumped off for Offer, but he breaks a tackle, spins off another, and gets around 7 yards. Really good play by him because that would have been like a 2-yard pickup at the very most. But now Wagner's going down, taken down by DeAndre Wagner. Off the edge, unblocked. And that was against Jedrick Wills. So third down and 11 in the pistol, and that one should have been picked. A lucky break for the Rams because that would have been really bad. Got to punt the ball away after that 3-and-outs. So the Raiders have a shot here, and here's the return. Up the guts and across the 40-yard line up to the 41. So kind of a short field to work with here. Got to really just settle in and get a stop. But Jacobs gets 4 on the first carry. Second down. Rams bring 3. Dillon's got time, and he's got a man open. It's Parker again, having himself a day. Him and Mayer both, I think, are about to eclipse 100 yards, and now it's intercepted by Forbes. That is our third pick of the half. And after getting beat all day by Parker, Forbes makes a huge play against Ryan Dillon. He jumps the route, and man, this defense just knows how to turn things up a notch when they have to. They're the #1 defense for a reason, folks. First play for us, out to Jackson for around 4. A score here could essentially end the ball game, would make it really difficult, especially on a touchdown, but Crosby gets to Wagner again. 3rd and 9. Wagner under pressure again, but it's complete to Jackson, and he is gone. Touchdown Rams. 66 yards for the speedy receiver brought over from Kansas City. Let's go. That'll put us up by 2 touchdowns. And now we're on track to win this ball game. Just up the numbers, wide open. Nobody near him. And the speed gets him to the end zone just like that. More big plays like that, please. The PAT is good from Koo. And we're up 31-17. The Raiders return this one out from the end zone across the 20. But their offense has really struggled so far. The next drive gets down inside the 25-yard line. Dillon over the middle, complete to Parker. It's out of the warning. They still have all 3 timeouts, but they have taken a lot of time to get down here. Deep drop back, complete to Jacobs, but a lot of defenders there to bring him down. From the 5 on 2nd and goal. Dillon, play action, trying to get rid of it, and it's off the hands of Richards. Overthrew Mayer by a mile, almost picked off. 3rd down. Off the mark for Parker. Last-ditch effort right here. 4th and goal, Las Vegas. Pressure from Baznight, and Buda Baker's got the pick. Our 4th here in the second half. End of the ball game, and this one is over now. Baznight brought the pressure from behind. Dillon had to get rid of it, and Buda Baker was right there for the pick. Tried to force that ball to Harris, and the Rams are going to come out on top. They kneel the ball out, and the game is over. A 14-point win. We have secured a playoff spot and our division. Let's go. The Rams are back, baby, and we mean business. Despite allowing a lot of yards, especially there in the first half to Las Vegas, I thought the defense played pretty well, especially there in the second half. Only allowed 3 second-half points, picked them off 4 times. And I thought Wagner was really damn good, except on a couple of drives to start that third quarter where he missed a couple of third-down throws. But otherwise, he found David Jackson for that huge touchdown to secure the game, and I thought he was fantastic. I thought Offord was good, but this pass defense is kind of leaving a couple of questions here because the last 3 or so games, they have been kind of getting torched no matter who's out there, no matter how good the offense is that we're facing. They're kind of getting torn apart. Now, the points won't really show it that much, but the yards are definitely there for other opposing offenses. I'd added this game upgrade point for Raheem Finch, as he did pick up a sack in this game with a dual one with Baz Knight. But Richards and Wagner both get Players of the Week here in the NFC for Week 16. That is what you want to see as you approach the playoffs. And now, Darius Richards, his final upgrade point. I can't do any more after this because now he is a full overall 99 corner. This dude is the best player I've ever drafted, straight up. Just the best player ever. He is nearly unbeatable in coverage now. Nearly unbeatable. So he's just a great part of this defense. He will be a Ram, hopefully, for his entire damn career. But we don't even have the 1 seed now. It's the Vikings because they have the tiebreaker over us after they beat us last episode. And the Bears are right behind us too, just 1 game back at 10-5. So we are not out of the woods yet, but our next game is going to be the Battle of LA against the Chargers in SoFi, and they're 9-6. So we gotta watch this game with playoff seeding on the line, especially if the Vikings win their game. We gotta win this one. We gotta win out pretty much. But Wagner is approaching a really high rating, over 100, hopefully by year's end. Williams will be sure to get to 100, probably, or 1,000 yards by year's end. Offord will at least have 1,100, might even get to 1,200 if he can have 2 good games to end his season. But David Jackson has been a big part of the offense thus far since he was traded for. The offensive line has been absolutely stellar, and Quincy Bagley and Raheem Finch both now have double-digit sacks, man. We are back to having a premier pass rusher and a premier pass rush as a team because now he has tied his career high with 15 sacks. 1 more, and he is having the best year of his entire career. So, thankfully, we stuck with Quincy Bagley, and it has paid off this season, and hopefully in the playoffs too. And this defense is turning the ball over a lot. We got 4 guys with 3 picks, 1 guy with 2, and 3 guys with 1. So we are forcing a lot of takeaways and a couple of fumbles as well, especially in recent weeks. So that is very impressive. Very happy with where this team is going with 2 weeks left on the schedule. That'll do it here, folks. Thanks for watching. As always, please like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time in Year 8 with the Rams.